Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a board for my bathroom. I'll show you in a minute like where it's going to go, because the bathroom was tiled. We're renting, so where the bathroom's tiled, they missed the spot and I don't like it. It's at the back of the tiles, at the back of the taps. So I'm going to do a board of like pebbles, but it's the flat tile pebbles that people would usually use for their shower. And then it's also I'm also going to put shells on because my bathroom theme, you could say, is under the sea or the sea, you know. So I'm going to be using I'm going to be showing you how I do it, and the board that I'm going to be using, which my husband made for me. Showing me, it took quite a while doing it for me, making it perfect. So this board, it fits very nicely into there. He made sure that it will fit. I'm going to be decorating on top of that board. So it's sort of going to be like a DIY, but it's a little bit of a time lapse. I hope that you enjoy it. This is behind the taps, as I was saying. So it's this over here that I don't like, and the board is going to be going over the taps there. I'll be moving this out the way, and that's where they're going to be the board's going to be standing. So what you're going to need is plastic to do it on, something to put it onto the board with, which you can use either that or a card, and something to mix the grout with, a bowl to mix the grout in, and then the actual grout, a bowl with water in, and a sponge to clean the stuff off of, a plastic jug with water in to mix the grout. I'm going to be using this as the glue, Flexi-Tiler. You're going to need some shells to put on. I'm also going to be using these, which are for putting in a shower or something on your walls. And then you're going to need your board. And as I said, this one my husband made for me. He's even cut it out nicely to fit the taps. And I'm going to be doing it on the board here. Take your board. And then I'm going to just get these ready to put on as I go along. And I will be choosing my shells as I go along as well. And then once I have glued them down with the glue, then we have to wait 24 hours for it to dry. And once that has dried, then we can do the grouting. So I'm first going to do this today, and then tomorrow we'll do the grouting. Hope this works. Doesn't look like it's going to work. this is actually day 3 of the video, because day 2 I wanted to do it, but the board had warped, so I had to try and force it down, which cracked it at the back, and then I had to put heavy stuff on to keep it down because of the moisture of the thing that I put on top, the towel adhesive. So I've had to I'll show you now. I had to take my glue gun and just glue, almost like use it as silicone at the back where it cracked the wood filler. And then if you look at the board, you'll see that the Flexi-Tiler actually is quite thick, so it looks like I've already grouted the board. So I've decided not to grout it because of that reason, and then also because I don't want to put more moisture on the board, because that's just going to make it bend again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to varnish the back, so that you will see me doing now, and then I'll show you the finished product. So this is the item finished, and I'll show you what it looks like when you put it in the bathroom. Unfortunately, we can't double side tape it to the wall because the stuff that we use to varnish it with makes it oily at the back, so the double-sided tape doesn't stick to it. We take it and put it in there like that. I'm going to have to move it a little bit forward to lean against it like that, because what we were going to do is we were going to put it up there. Oh, let me show you. Sorry. Put it up there. If it could just focus. And we would have stuck it to the wall with double-sided tape. But now, like I said, it doesn't stick because it's oily. So it needs to go like that. But at least it covers that piece there that didn't have tiles on. I am also aware that it's not straight. Unfortunately, that's just how the taps are. And I'll probably have to do something because it will irritate the OCD in me eventually. But for now, that's done. Okay, so the project is done. I can give you like a tip, just if you're using the same Flexi-Tiler that I used, do not use your hands because it was very difficult to get it off. It took me almost an hour to get it off my fingers. So rather don't use that, rather don't use your hands. If possible, you put gloves on if you're going to use your hands, because it was very difficult to use with a tool. So rather use like with gloves on that you can just throw away afterwards, because it was very bad trying to get it off my hands. Also, if you're going to varnish it, try and find a varnish that does not leave the wood oily afterwards, because if you're going to want to double-side it to something, double-side tape it to something, it's not going to work, like the problem that we had. I'm not really sure how I'm going to fix that, because I would like to stick it to the wall so that it can be straight, because that's the way that it's skew is going to irritate me, and I know it's probably going to irritate my husband as well and my daughter, because we all have the same issue. So yes, we need to, I think we need to, I need to fix that somehow. I'm not sure how, but you know, if you've got any tips, you can just leave them in the comments block below. I will appreciate it. So if you enjoyed the video, if you can please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, if you can please do so by clicking the subscription block below. It shows support for my channel, which I really do appreciate. And if you look in the description block below, you will find all of my social media links, including my blog, which is where you'll find more content from me. And if you go to my Patreon account at www.patreon.com/Ondeane Lourens, you'll also find more content from me. And it's also the best place for you to support what I do on this channel and then also what I do on my blog. I hope that you have a lovely day further. Keep your crystal on and your sparkle strong. Goodbye. My Patreon account.